we went into this game, long pregame, and we talked a lot about the buzz surrounding this week and this team. Yeah, there was pressure, but it felt like there was a big energy. You have a result like this, DaMarcus. We use the same word. We looked at
it, said the same thing.
It's deflating.
I was pretty satisfied with the first half. I thought it was a bit too open for both teams. I don't think neither manager came in after the first half and said, "Man, that was a good first half," because there was too many chances. It was too open. A lot of transition moments. In these types of matches, you have to be a bit more tighter. Your lines got to be tighter. You have to make sure you're not giving too much away, especially in the first 15, 20 minutes. And the game was wide open. But if you look at that second half, man, like you can tell by my voice, like it was disappointing. Everyone, the whole squad, from the first, I would say, when they got into camp, they all talked about this is not going to be, or they're not going to treat this as a friendly match. That second half was a friendly match. I mean, the goals that we gave up were too easy, and it was way too easy for Belgium just to carve us out. I mean, it was just old school defending. Our outside backs getting beat 1v1 too easy. It just seemed like our heads went down after that second goal, and it was just free for all.
Lee, we've been together as a collective group going on 4 years now, and that was the quietest I have ever been at the desk, and there wasn't a single word spoken. It was just looks amongst the five of us. And I'm trying to figure out what the right way in my mind is to take that first 45 minutes that I thought in moments were really, really impressive, with a new shape, a different identity, and players playing in positions where I thought that effectively in the offensive phase of play, you got the best out of them. But then giving up that late goal in the first half, something changes. And I don't know how much we should lean into the idea of the 11 substitutions available and opportunities, and the game starts to open up. But to your point, Bees, there was a loss of discipline on the defensive side of the ball. And in those transition moments, we saw, as much as we talked about the golden generation of Belgian football, whatever that group was that came on, those 6 substitutes, they took charge in that second half and thoroughly outplayed the United States, where now I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait to get home and consume what the press conference looks like from Mauricio Pochettino, because I'm not sure you could, like I said in the pregame, I'm not sure you can make the team, but I'm sure you can play yourself off of the team in moments like this.
It was definitely a tale of two halves. The first half, I think, from a U.S. perspective, they got off to a great start. They were in Belgium's face. They were creating chances, right, off set pieces. They go ahead early. The goal right before halftime, I think, just takes all the air out of their sails. And going into halftime, come out, not a great start, and next thing you know, they're fighting a massive uphill battle. For me, Bees, you talked about a lot of transitional moments. It's the space in beyond, the space in front, and not being able to deal with those moments. We chatted about defining moments in this game. There's going to be defining moments in the World Cup throughout the summer, and you've got to be able to be able to capitalize on those defining moments. Before the second goal, all of a sudden we have an opportunity from a goal kick, transition, balls in the back of our net.
75 days until the World Cup. U.S. has lost 7 straight versus European teams. Kyle, I want to get your take in just a second. We're going to go to the highlights here.
I don't know if I can give it.
Presented by CDSL. You can take a few deep breaths as we go through this.
Let me sit this
one out. Yeah. But listen, as we mentioned before, it began well. And Weston McKennie, who you talked about, Kyle, going into this game as someone who'd be ready to go, and he was.
I mean, if there's any silver lining, he performed well. I mean, he came up and he performed today. But I feel like defenders are going to wake up in the middle of the night screaming Doku. Like, this happened all game long. And I heard Bees at halftime, and I'm with you, Bees. This is an incredible strike, and sometimes you just go. That's the way the game goes. Turner, I think, does a great job of getting it cleared that far out. The players are going to press it. That's as good as you can hit a ball right in the corner.
That may have been the deflating moment, because they go into halftime. It's now 1-1. They don't have the lead. They come out, and after this, it just all seemed to fall.
It's urgent. Listen, to a certain extent, it's the right urgency to get back and defend. But Onana, right place, right time. There's no one around. You see Malik Tillman kind of try to apply the pressure. It's a fantastic goal right through his legs, and you can see Matt Turner, rightly so, given a bollocking to everyone in front. Great reaction save, then the snap header. And listen, the game at this point starts to get flipped upside down, because the reaction from that distance is judged to be a handball. I know he was sent over VAR to take a look if there was a slight deflection to Ketelare. He makes it 3-1 the 59th minute. And then at the 62nd minute is where the substitutions start to lean heavily in favor of Belgium. Luca Bacchio with the first goal, the Benfica strikers slash wide man, right? I mean, that is picking out the corners, kills the spider webs, and a fantastic finish, full stretch. But he wasn't done. 10 minutes later, 11 minutes later, again, same aspect of the field, combination play, cut back ball, falls kindly, no immediate pressure whatsoever. Sebastian Berhalter tries to get the ball out from underneath his feet. It's difficult from that angle, and it's a great finish and effectively puts the game to bed. Patrick Agyemang, I thought coming off the bench was fantastic. The press, he gets his opportunity. He takes it well. First time finish, far post side net. Gets his 6th goal for the U.S. men's national team and punishes the mistake of Yuri Tillemans.
Big Pat had been scoring a bunch over in the championship. He gets a goal there for Team USA. Mauricio Pochettino has to be disappointed in the effort and the intensity, especially the second half. You look at the final stats here. Yes, possession favors Team USA, but shots on goal, 10-5 right there. 21-12 total shots. Let's get the thoughts of Tim Weah. He chatted with Melissa.
One to swallow. What can you take away from this performance in terms of what made it so challenging?
Definitely a difficult experience. I mean, you come into the game hungry and wanted to win, and obviously today that didn't work for us. And we just have to get back into the lab and work and continue working, work on our game and our mentality. I think that's what plays in the end. And yeah, I think right now is the best time for this to happen. I think we have a World Cup to think about, and we want to perform and we want to get better. So yeah, I think we take this game, we go back into training and we work hard, and we go on to the next.
Apart from working hard, how does the team bounce back, not only mentally but tactically against a strong Portugal team?
Yeah, I think just being professional, just knowing that like I say, we take it game by game and knowing that we have a great match coming up next. So we just have to refocus and be ready to match Portugal.
Thank you.
You look at the numbers, it's an ugly result for Team USA. You look further, Belgium doesn't have Lukaku. They don't have Trossard in this one. There will be American fans watching this, maybe not diehard fans, who will wonder, the World Cup is upcoming. Are we this far away from those top 10 teams? And it's one performance, it's one half of one performance. What would you say to them?
I would say, yeah. I don't think in the last, year? I don't think we've played well enough against those top teams to say that we are close to the rest of the world when it comes to top national teams in world football. It's a difficult job, and that's why there's only been how many teams have won the World Cup? Was it eight? Yeah, 8. So it's a tall task to ask, but when you have opportunities like this and you have a first half like that, where we just had it against Belgium, and then it's a completely change of face in the second half where the errors, we showed the highlights of the goal, but if you go back maybe 30 seconds and how we gave up those goals. The third goal came off a goal kick from the number 9 heading it to De Bruyne to Doku, and Doku had a field day today. I don't think Doku is probably walking off that field and saying, I had a tough time today. Like, it was one-on-one all day. And I don't know if in the second half they just stopped trying to help Tim Weah or, Arsenal on the other side, but it was just 1v1 with the wingers, and we just did not do well enough.
Well, there's one thing that we say is the X factor, and we saw it in 2002 when we went for it with South Korea and how well they did in that tournament. Being the home team, you can get this jolt of energy. That's the first time, right? Like we've been calling them in the 4 years where it was really a crowd that was behind them. That electricity was there. I felt like I went to a surprise birthday party and the birthday boy didn't show up. Like, it was just like the knocked the wind out of this building. And so it's like, it's kind of inexcusable to show up like that when the fans are starting to get behind you, starting to feel the momentum, or starting to believe in this thing. And so, good thing they've got a chance to rebound right away. But I haven't seen a winger tear us apart like that since. And Beasley, you might have been in that game. And Dukes, I love you, Frankie Haydock. Robin, Arjen Robben tore us to shreds
in Holland.
In Holland.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at home thinking, this can't happen to us. As high quality and as world class as Arjen Robben is, you can't be on the world stage in these moments and expect to go far in tournaments like this and get torn to shreds by a winger. And today, Doku definitely tore us to shreds.
He was able to do whatever he wanted with the amount of space that we gave him. He's going to hurt you sooner than later, right? And the word that comes to my mind is consistency. Consistency throughout the game and consistency over the course of the tournament, and needing performances from start to finish to be able to put it all together to then make a special run.
I also don't think it's only on Tim Weah.
No, it's not.
No, it's collective.
It's
collective.
We talked about it.
We talked about it in the pregame.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's just that he did such a good job of bottling it up. And by the way, Anthony Robinson on the other side didn't really have a lot of that challenge. I mean, they just saw, let's keep going to Doku. So at some point, Weston McKennie got a little gassed, who was doing an excellent job of helping out. It's like, we got to solve that stuff. It's not only on Tim Weah I mean, everyone's going to want to pick him apart. It's like, no, where all the help defense, all the structure, all the shifting over, it just disappeared at one point.
In this type of game, do you put that down to this was an opportunity we're going to learn from it, or just being naive? Like we all said in the pregame, we know how good Doku is.
Like the only
you have to put we have to put 1, 2, 3 people behind. Same what every other club does against when they play against Man City. How does he get so open every single time he got the ball? Like, is that something where we're just being naive and we're going to just, I don't know, play to an opportunity and an experience that we're going to say, okay, we're going to learn from this. We know what's going to happen next time. If we get a winger like this, we're going to change our tactics. We're going to have a number 6 or our winger drop back and help out our outside back. Or is it being naive?